And from the action in the Middle East, we turn to the action in Ukraine. Casualties were reported after Russia's Belgorod city was hit by a Ukrainian attack yesterday. Now Putin has retaliated with large-scale airstrikes across Ukraine, including the capital city of Kyiv.
Over the past day, there have been 83 combat clashes. In total, the enemy initiated 4 missile strikes, 106 aviation strikes, and conducted 95 shellings, with multiple rocket launcher systems on the positions of our troops and populated areas. Unfortunately, due to Russian terrorist attacks, there are casualties among the civilian population.
Ukrainian armed forces have claimed that Russia used missiles purchased from North Korea in the retaliatory attack. In fact, Kyiv goes on to say that it will share information regarding these missiles with U.S. and NATO allies. However, this won't be the first time that Russia has been accused of using North Korean missiles. Just in January, the White House confirmed that Putin had in fact fired North Korean missiles at Kyiv. Russia has purchased an unknown number of KN-23 short-range ballistic missiles from North Korea. In addition, Moscow also received artillery shells, rockets, and rifle ammunition from Pyongyang. In fact, Washington, D.C. continues to impose sanctions on Russian and North Korean entities for these weapons. However, North Korea isn't the only country that is supplying lethal weapons to Russia. In fact, Iran has been selling its attack drones to Russia, which have been used against Ukraine. Now, a U.S. intel report has raised the alarm bells that the two countries are nearing a deal for ballistic missiles. Experts believe that the Iranian missiles are considered more reliable than the ones from North Korea. There are also concerns that Russia will share vital information about the missile launches with its suppliers. This would include revealing the success rate of the missiles and how they compare against Western air defenses that Ukraine is currently using. As the war of attrition reaches its 2-year mark, both Russia and Ukraine are facing a shortage of troops and weapons.
First, we need to meet the needs of today, and we need to replenish all our strategic reserves. Therefore, there is more than enough work for the defense complex.
Now, Moscow plans to restock its supplies by purchasing missiles and drones from Tehran and Pyongyang. On the other hand, Ukraine awaits a vital military package worth almost $60 billion from the United States, which has been stalled in the House of Representatives, raising concerns among NATO allies.
The United States being by far the biggest ally, of course it's vital that continue to provide support, and therefore I continue to expect that they will be able to make a decision, and hopefully as soon as possible.
Meanwhile, the White House says that a delay in aid will severely impact the strategic gains made by the Ukrainian army.
Sending wave after wave of conscript forces to attack Ukrainian positions, and because Congress has yet to pass the supplemental bill, we've not been able to provide Ukraine with the artillery shells that they desperately need to disrupt these Russian assaults. Now, Russian forces are now reaching Ukrainian trenches actually in Avdiivka, and they're beginning to overwhelm Ukrainian defenses. The cost of inaction by the Congress is stark, and it's being borne on the shoulders of Ukrainian soldiers.
Meanwhile, Kyiv is yet to receive the F-16 fighter jets that it was promised by NATO members. The recent sacking of a Ukrainian army general has raised doubts among Western allies about Ukrainian leadership. Meanwhile, Russia has found ways to sidestep the sanctions and shop for weapons from both Iran and North Korea. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on First Post America.